What players need to prove themselves this year? What players you got?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan
Hey,
Poole has to prove himself, dog. After you got paid that bag and you went to Washington, everybody thought that you were gonna take this next leap and be this 30 point per game score because you said that. You said that you thought you could average 30.
it was a
That
hot take. It was a
man,
hot take. It was a hot take, brother.
bro, did nobody go to the pool party? Nobody went to the pool party, boy. That motherfucker was empty. He ain't had no baddies on the side of the court, boy.
And he
The
in
fuck
Washington D.C., man. That's the chocolate city, man.
that boy, he needs to he has something to prove this season. Scoot has a lot to prove this season because coming out, they thought that he of course, Wemby, but they thought that Scoot can be rookie of the year. And he didn't play anything like because when he was in the G League, he was killing. And when
Mhm.
he played in the All Star game against the other rising stars and stuff, he played decent. So people expected him to come in and I wouldn't say dominate, but they expected him to come in and hold his own. And he didn't show that. He was turnover prone. He can barely score. He looked like he didn't belong out there. So he has a lot to prove. Um, I said Zach LaVine. Now that DeMar DeRozan's gone, and Zach's fully healthy now, he has a lot to prove that he can still be that player that he once was. And then Tatum. I think with all that scrutiny that Tatum got during the finals and during USA basketball, I think he has a lot to prove. I think he has to prove that he's one of the top 5 players in the league, that he can be your best player on a championship team, that he is that guy that can be the finals MVP and take his team to the promised land.
Yeah, I had Tatum too. Like you said, basically gonna echo what you're saying. It's crazy how a guy who was the best player like all year, really up until the finals, if you want to say, or the conference finals or whatever, and he still got to prove himself. Like you said, getting benched in the Olympics, didn't win finals or the conference finals MVP. It's crazy how he does have to prove himself, but he kind of does. He has to show the world like I'm one of the best players in the NBA. And
Mm-hmm.
you saw that video. I don't know if you saw that. He tweaked his shot. Did you see
No,
that
I
video?
didn't.
He
No, I
did.
didn't.
If you go look at the video, he did. His shot is different. Like it's. I don't know how to explain it. It's
But he
like,
was a good shooter though already though. So why are you tweaking it?
but bro, because everybody been talking about like since like the Easter conference or the semifinals and basically on to the Olympics, he been shooting like below 30% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's been going around. He in the Olympics, he was kind of he was like a bad shooter because he never made a three in the Olympics. He never hit a three. He never hit a three. And he tweaked his shot a little bit. I'll probably show it after this, but he did change it, and he still got to prove himself. I think Jimmy Butler got to prove himself. Always staying hurt. Don't take the regular season serious. He shows up in the playoffs, but we still kind of, to some people, think you're a fraud. Like you're frauds. Like we don't take y'all serious because we know majority of the time y'all don't win. And he gotta prove himself that he worth $50 million a year. I ain't giving it to you. But to you, you gotta prove that you worth $50 million a year that he gonna give you. Like the first thing you gotta do is just play games. You always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You always hurt in the regular season. Then want to decide to turn it up in the postseason. Bruh, maybe if you took the regular season serious and stayed healthy to an extent, we probably wouldn't be in play-in. We probably be higher in the standings and then avoid the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Jimmy Butler has to prove himself. I think Joel Embiid got to prove himself. Like this year, out to me at least, outside of that year when Jimmy Butler was there, this might be your best team on paper. You guys got to prove that y'all can get out the second round because y'all second round merchants. Like you either hurt or just can't or play down, not play down to competition, or just don't play well in the playoffs, period. This is the year that we hope that you can get far in the playoffs because he's the only MVP that has never made a conference finals. So it's like, this is the year that show us, because I feel like you're going to average 30. Tyrese and Paul George, they're going to play good regardless. But you have to prove yourself because you have played with a lot of talent since you've been in Philly. Just haven't gone
have
far.
not done nothing.
Ain't done nothing. And another name, you might agree, LaMelo Ball. I think he got to prove himself. Stays hurt. Everybody talking about, it looked like he don't care if he play. He cares about basketball. I think he does care.
I think that's cap. I think that's cap. I think he loves basketball, bro.
I think it's just a lifestyle. And it's just like, oh, he always got all this jewelry on, always out somewhere. I think he loves playing basketball. It's just the lifestyle he lives. And it's just he always hurt. Because when he plays, they have gone to the play-in. So you got to show that you can stay healthy. Because you're a good player. You're easily 20-some, possibly 10. But you stay hurt. So you got to prove you can stay healthy for the Hornets.
I'll say another one that I can get. It's not a player, but a team. The Oklahoma City Thunder. I think they have to prove that they're still one of those top teams in the West, that they can still be a 57-win team. And also Zion. Zion has to prove that he can stay healthy, that he can actually lead his team to the playoffs. Because every time they get to the playoffs, that man's hurt. Every time I get to the play-in, he's hurt. So you gotta prove that you can stay healthy out there too.
You think Julius Randle got to prove himself this year?
No, I don't think he has to. Because Julius Randle's been a 20-10 guy for the last couple of years now. So we know what type of player he is. We know what he can bring to the table. I don't think he has to prove himself.
He's just been bad in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I mean, but now his team's different. He got Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. Before it was just him. He was the best player. Now you're not. You're what, the second best player on your team now? So you got more pieces around you now. So it'll be different.
I'm surprised you ain't say this name. Evan Mobley. Don't he got to prove something to you?
Yeah, you look right. I forgot all about him. He do. Because ain't no way you get a bag like that and you gotta give me more, bro. You gotta give me more. Especially if you was a second overall pick. You gotta give me more, bro.
Yeah, second.
Either second or third, one of them. You gotta prove more than me, bro. That little 15 to 17 points per game, that ain't it, bro. You gotta give me 20 now.
But people say he's better if he plays center, though.
Me personally, I don't think so. I can see why they say that because he is. I don't even think he's 7 foot. I think he was like 6'11", ain't he 6'10"? But he has the wingspan of 7-something. But because he's really good defensively, but he's too small. What are you gonna do?
6'11", 215.
6'11", 215. That's small. Jason Tatum's bigger than him. So my thing is, you put him at center. Yeah, you can play faster and you probably get up more threes and stuff like that. But what you gonna do when you going against Joel Embiid? He can't play against Joel Embiid at center. What you gonna do against New York if they got Mitchell Robinson at the 5? Mitchell Robinson's bigger than him. What you gonna do? Who else in the East? They got some good bigs. What you gonna do against the Magic? Because him playing the 5, but Paolo, they're gonna attack the rim. They're not gonna be scared to go in that.
What about Bam? Bam probably best defender in the league, low key.
And Bam is smaller than him, and Bam will cook him at the 5. Well, I wouldn't say he'll cook him.
Bam's so good, bro.
He's really good.
He's so good, bro. He's so good, bro.
But what you gonna do against the Celtics when they got Porzingis at the 5? Like, I can see why they say it, but I think he's better suited for the 4.
The last name I got, Jalen Green. Prove to this man that you're not athletic Jordan Clarkson, bro. Show that you got more of a better bag. Try to be a better defender. Open up the passing game, bro. You're better than that. What was his shooting numbers? Because I know
Don't
I
even
don't think
get
he
me
is shooting numbers.
started on that, man.
I'm
Oh
starting
my
him, man.
god.
I just thought of him too, man. I just thought of him, man.
He's a
42% from the
curly-haired
field,
Jordan
that
Love.
gotta go up. 33% from the three, that gotta go up. Show why you were the second overall pick in the draft. Prove to these guys.
He's 6'6", $160, bro. I don't see
6'4",
superstar.
186, bro.
Oh, 6'4", 186. That still ain't it, bro. I don't. Everybody say all-star potential and maybe superstar. I don't see that. I don't see it at all. He's just like a streaky scorer. Like I said, he's more athletic Jordan Clarkson. I wouldn't be surprised if he never made an all-star team. I wouldn't be surprised. And if he do, it's gonna only be off popularity votes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You see him making an all-star team?
What, he in year 4 now? This going into year
Yeah.
4, right?
I think so, yeah.
Could he make one in maybe next 4 years? He might. He could. Because I will hope in the next 4 years he giving me like 23, 25 points per game.
And the next 4 years, the type of player he is, he gotta give me at least close to 30, bro. Because what else can he do besides score? He can't defend.
30. That's crazy. That's
no,
like
I said he has to give me something close. He gotta give me at least 25 or 27 in the next 4 years. By the year 8, you should be at least close to 30 points per game, bro. You can't still be giving me 23, 24, 25. Because all you can do is score. You can't do nothing else.
Real quick then, what do you project him to get this year? What do you project?
I think they're gonna want him to take the next step. And I think they're gonna put the ball in his hands more. And I think they're gonna want him to be their number one option. So I think he should average at least 23 to 24 points per game. But the rest of his stats, I don't really know about. But points wise, he should give me at least 23 or 24 because he gave me 19 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to give me at least 23 or 24.
He gave you 5 boards and 3 assists.
That surprised me. The 5 boards surprised me. If that stays the same, but his assist goes up to like 4 or 5, that's pretty good. So 23, 5, and 5, that's good.
And he played all 82 games this year too.
That's really good.
So I will hope in the next 4 years he gives me 24, 25, but you gotta prove to people you ain't athletic Jordan Clarkson, brother. You gotta prove to them.
Hey, so far he improved me right.
Get off Jalen Green, bro. Get off Jalen Green, man. But he not the best player because it's Sengun. Sengun the best player.
Yeah, but I think they would want him to be their number one option, though. Sengun's not the type of scorer he is, though.
I think points-wise, well,
they averaged the same.
Sengun averaged 21. He averaged 19. So if you want to say add up to 20, yeah, like you said, about the same. Maybe Jabari Smith need to prove something, too.
I wouldn't say he needs to prove something, but he definitely needs to. He needs to show progression because this is what, third year or second year? Third year.
It's going into year 3.
Because the first year was his rookie year.
That was with Silas.
And then the second year, that's when Ime came.
Yeah,
that's when Ime came. So it was like he really didn't do nothing on the Silas, but when Ime came, he played better defensively, and he was starting to find his own because he knew his role. So now year 2, he should take the next step. I mean, year 3, he should take the next step. But I wouldn't say he has something to prove. Now, if he doesn't do nothing this year, then next year, yes, he has something to prove.
All right.